You know, if you think about it, we're dealing with climate change with kind of like supply side environmental groups dealing with supply side, of the supply of fossil fuels, basically saying don't dig the fossil fuels out of the ground, leave it in the ground, and don't fund companies that export fossil fuels or dig them out of the ground. And it's not really working. I think we can all kind of see. What's missing is we don't talk about the demand for fossil fuels. We aren't really taking a lot of personal responsibility and kind of showing folks that there's different ways of living. And we're not changing the way our towns and our transport and the way we live and the way our homes are built to use less energy. We don't really talk about energy efficiency that much. Take a look at your town. Do you have bike lanes? Do you have to own a car to get around, or is it safe to walk or bike everywhere? Take a look at your house. We kind of have 1940 building standards in America. We're not using passive house design, which is highly energy efficient, to the point where you don't really need to use that much energy to heat and cool your house. And we don't have like heat pumps being installed in a lot of new homes. That technology isn't really what we're talking about. Looking at the demand for fossil fuels is something that we can do, because if you stop using it, you save money and prices fall. And that kind of gets to the problem in a way that's a little bit more reliable than dealing with the supply. Because when you attack the supply of fossil fuels, it allows countries like Russia to take advantage of that. And Russia is basically running a war based on the fact that they think that Europe and America will cave in to their demands just so that we can keep cheap gasoline and cheap fossil fuels. And it might actually work. So there's a difference dealing with the demand side of fossil fuels or the supply side of fossil fuels. Right now, environmental groups deal with the supply side, well, because it makes fundraising a lot easier. Nobody has to change anything. So what do you think? Should we be looking at our carbon footprint?